still remains if West. If this is your first time on the channel, you're highly, highly welcome. This is a place where we separate the facts from the fiction, the science from the superstitions, and the concept from the misconceptions about African spirituality. Today, I am going to be going into a very, very important and yet simple topic. This is the topic on how to increase the power of your soul. How do we do this? For this topic, first of all, we need to know what a soul is and its importance and why we should strive to increase the power, if it's even possible to do that. Okay, we need to know it, and it's very, very important, especially for us on the part of this so-called spirituality, African spirituality. We need to know. Okay, the soul, as they know it, is the part of us that is invincible to the naked eye. According to spiritual description of the nature of man, the human body or the human being or the God being in human form is made up of three layers: the body, this physical meat bag we are wearing, and the spirit, that force that is animating this meat bag, the electromagnetic force that is inside this body that makes us to do things, run, jump, and walk. And then the soul. The soul is the deepest layer. It is that spark of divinity. That is what you say, the higher self or the deepest self. That is that divine spark that is here to experience life in an individuated or individual form. The soul is the connection of we people, Neterus, or human beings, to divinity. So we are here as souls on this planet, wearing this physical flesh bag, okay? So quite naturally, this body comes from the materials from our mothers and father, which naturally comes from the heads, okay? So we human beings are made of the components of this physical earth. So we are part of the earth. If you agree with me where I'm going, if you don't agree, write your message under so that I will know that you don't agree. Okay, so this topic will be interesting. So if you agree with what I'm saying, then you will also agree that we human beings are part of this earth. We are not separate from earth because we are made of the 5 elements: fire, water, air, earth, and of course spirits. So that 5 elements you see always represented in every spiritual settings. The 5 elements of nature is also inside the human body. Okay, so essentially we are made of carbon because the whole head is made of carbon, and the scientific periodic table number of carbon is 6 protons, 6 neutrons, 6 electrons, 6. That is the periodic table number of the element called carbon. If you doubt me, type on your Google, you will see the periodic element number is 666 of carbon: 6 protons, 6 neutrons, 6 electrons. So I don't know why the so-called Christian Bible say that that is the mark of the beast. It is simply the number of carbon, and everything on this earth, everything of dark matter, melanin, is made of carbon. For we humans, that should be our number because we are walking carbon, animated carbon. Okay? If you agree with me that we are made of carbon, so you will agree with me that we are part of this earth. Okay? Because we are made with the same materials that you're going to find on this physical earth. So we also have the soul spark from the so-called divinity, the one some people call God. We in science, we call it 0-point energy, and people call it different names. Some people call him the nameless one, the one that have no name. Okay, but whoever this guy is, or this intelligence is something that nobody, no human can fully understand. Okay, it's so big, so vast that for we to even think of giving it a name, we are kind of belittling it. We are trying to reduce its power to even give it a name. Is that so vast? This thing not only made the earth, it also made the sun, right? And the sun, we are still venerating the sun till tomorrow as the greatest power in our solar system. But there are things that are greater than the sun. Can you imagine the power of this guy? We can go deeper, we see different galaxies that we don't even know. Something created them. But these are too far for us to comprehend. Let's stick to the sun and we here. So we have the soul spark. That soul spark that is in us is what I am talking about. That thing is our direct connection to divinity, because the soul spark came from somewhere and impregnated some parts of the earth, and it created the human body. So we are created of spiritual and physical matter. Let me put it that way. Okay, we are made of spiritual and physical matter. Now I'm talking to you, you see the physical part of me. The soul spark, you cannot see that one with the naked eye, but the thing is what is actually animating me. And what you are hearing from me is kind of emanating from that consciousness that is inside me, in a way or directly. So the essence of this soul spark is that it is who we are really. Okay, so this thing have different degrees of emanation. We can be able to increase the power of this thing that is in us. How can we increase the power of this soul essence? How can we make it stronger as human beings? We can do that. It is possible. The way we can do that is the same way a person can actually make their physical muscles stronger by actually going to the gym, exercising, or somebody that is training to be a medical doctor. You have to go through the training, you make use of your mental faculties, you go to school, you learn reading and writing to know how to use your brain, know how to use your mind to think so that you can become a specialist. Okay, we can do this physically to improve certain aspect of us. We can also do some spiritual things too to improve that our soul connection. Okay, now the thing is that we are here on this earth to get a physical experience, right? We did not bring anything to this earth. We came as a naked baby. We come here to get experience. Then when we exhausted this physical body, we have to die, and we go back with the experience that we have gathered. So that is the main thing you need to know, that humans are here to do, to get experience, good or bad. We are here to learn lessons that we make that soul spark evolve in us for whatever reason we don't know yet, but we'll get there. So we know that if you now agree with me so far that we have this soul spark in us, and if you agree with me that the essence of this soul spark is to gather experience, then the question we should all be asking is that how can we increase the power? How can we create a greater connection of this thing that we do not see, but is inside us, this thing that is motivating us, animating us, inspiring us, propelling us to do whatever thing? How do we magnify or increase, amplify this soul spark? The thing is that the soul spark, the first step is to be aware that there's even something like this existing in us. You have to know first that this thing is real, and this thing exists. This thing is inside you, and this thing is you. Okay, a lot of people confuse the mind and the soul. The mind and the soul is different. The mind is just like a space in your brain where you think and you plan things. It's just like how will I say this? Like a lab or somewhere you do your imagination, you do your own work, you think things hard before you hack them physically. The mind is like a computer that is always running, always calculating, always processing. It is like your own computer inside you, that your personal computer, your own that is inside you, but It is not your operating system. The operating system is the information you load into the mind, you feed into it. Okay, that's why you need the right information into you to be using to live your life. So getting the right kind of information is very, very good for your mind. The mind does not have no limitations. The more information you upload into it, the more it expands. It's like the universe. It does not have beginning and ending. So this outer universe does not have beginning and ending. It always expands, it's everywhere, always growing. The more things is filling it up, the more it is expanding. Same way is your mind. Your mind can never be over full or overloaded. It's impossible. Okay, so we are living universe. We human beings. This universe we are seeing outside, limitless, is also inside us as human beings. Okay, so for us to increase this soul connection or this soul thing I'm talking about, how do we do it? Your soul connection depends on the strength or degree of your connection to the natural world. Okay, I repeat again. Your soul, the power of your soul, depends on your degree or connection to the natural world. Okay, it depends on how much you know about the natural world and how strong your connection is to the natural world. This is what determines the power of your soul. Okay, I will prove this to you. You can look examples from people on this planet, people that are living, people that are dying, or people that are just trying to adapt. What you will see is that we are part of this world. The more you separate yourself from the world as a human being, the more you kind of are losing your way, the more you get lost from your original purpose as a human being. Okay? We as humans, we cannot really live separate from this earth because we are part of the earth. We only way we can survive is to live in harmony with the earth. And for us to live in harmony, we need to understand the earth. We need to understand the earth like the way you understand the person. And we need to find a way to be doing things in common with the earth, a kind of a win-win interrelationship, so that there will be balance in this earth, in this nature. There need to be balance. And that is the only way that we move us forward, and also this earth will be able to last as long as possible. If there is no balance, there will be problem, there will be chaos, regulated chaos. And this is what we are having now. If you see the earth today, the way modern day humanity is moving, we are not trying to move or live in harmony with the earth right now. The people that are controlling the earth right now, the headlights of this global world of capitalism, you know them now. America is the leader, then NATO, it's bully gangsters. The way they are moving this earth, they are moving the earth to destruction because they are not aiming to live in harmony. Now we're having problem of climate change. We're having instability. Now there's a threat of a nuclear war around the corner. These people, it is obvious that they are making wrong decisions, but that is their own problem. Let's focus on the soul. Now, for you to increase the power and strength of your soul, you need to try to live in harmony with the natural world. Okay? You need to find a way to maintain peace with yourself, and you need to do things that will be good for your body. The first step for this kind of thing is that your diet is very, very important. These things I'm talking about are very simple things, so very simple things for everybody to do. But there are some certain type of people in this world that, for whatever reason, they cannot do these things I'll talk about, or they don't want to do it, or they hate doing it. And there are also some certain sort of people in this world that don't want people for whatever reason, they don't want people to be doing this kind of things. I don't know why some people don't want us to be eating natural food. And it has been scientifically proven and historically proven that natural foods are very good for the body. Okay, when you're eating natural foods, foods that are not poisoned by preservatives, by chemicals, that are not GMO, that are not genetically modified, they are very good for your body because it will add natural nutrients to your body that will make your body very, very healthy. Okay, and when your body is healthy, your mind is also healthy. This naturally transfers to your soul as well because when there's peace in the body, there's peace in the mind. There will also be peace in the soul. So your soul will be emanating very, very bright, very, very strong. And these natural foods, due to the essence that they get a lot of sunlight from the natural environment, they connect you directly to the earth as well. They give you a stronger connection to the earth. So it makes you more healthy in the long run. And you don't get sick easily. Okay? They say food is medicine. Can also be your medicine. So this is what indigenous people have been doing in the world for a very long time before some people from Europe said that they want to civilize the world. They started their campaign of calamity, going to people's land, stealing people's property, converting it as their own, claiming that they are discovering people that were older than them. So if you want your soul connection to be strong, you need to be focused or concerned about the kind of food you eat. I have talked a lot about junk foods. They are not good for the soul. Okay, junk food, KFC, Mr. Biggs, these fries, these kind of foods, they have a lot of chemicals we call the Ajinomoto. Okay, there are some kind of dangerous chemicals inside them that are not good for your body. These are cancerous substances. Now we have cancer. Cancer is very common all over the world now because of the kind of food we eat. We use our money to buy foods that are dangerous to us, and we consume these foods, and then we complain when we have problems. So for a spiritual person, the first thing you need to know is that your food is very, very important. Okay, you come to Africa, you see us eating our African food, eba, stash, ewedu. You go to India, nasi goreng, and the rest. A lot of white people cannot eat African food. They cannot eat it because it is too strong for them. Many white people, I have come to realize that their constitution is very weak. I don't know what is wrong with them. I don't know why they are running from natural foods. They feel that they are sophisticated. That is the height of sophistication not to eat natural food. That they are trying to cheat nature, or they are trying to prove that they are superior to nature. So they don't want to eat natural food. They need to chemicalize it before they consume it. In other words, they need to poison it before they will say it is good for their body. So you go to supermarkets, you see a lot of foods that are not natural. They are kind of promoting this food as healthy foods. You see a lot of meats, a lot of products that even are not even natural food. They are byproducts. People go for all these foods. Some of them are cheap. Some of them go because people are going for them. They think it's cool. And then they eat, and then they have problems. And then they start running up and down the place looking for help. You have cancer. You have arthritis. You have cholesterol problems. You have high blood pressure. You are suffering from obesity. If you're eating natural food, you will not be obese. Okay, you come to Africa, we really don't have that problem. Although you see a lot of African people are naturally big, they are not obese people. Okay, they are just naturally fat. We have thin people and fat people. Obesity right now it's a very big problem in the world. Obesity and cancer. Ask me why. It is because so many of these people in the Western world, they have stopped eating natural foods. Okay, when you're eating all these chemical foods, too much sugar, excess calories. You see, it's very sweet in the mouth, but it's very bad for the body. It's very bad for the brain. So we see children that are 10 years, 12 years, they're already having beers. They're already over maturing because the chemicals that they are pumping into this chicken, the growth hormones that will make a chicken grow to an adult within 45 days. When they consume these chickens, it transfers into their bloodstream and makes these children to be bigger than their age. They grow old quickly and they will die quickly, okay? Because they are not living natural lives. So you're going to see this natural food is a very big problem. It poisons their body. It also poisons their soul. A lot of children are becoming so stupid nowadays because they cannot think properly. Their mentality is weak. This is a problem. So if you know that you love your children, you know you want to see your children active, the kind of food you give them matters. If you know you care for them, they say real success is in having successors. So you must pay attention to what you eat. This is going to increase the power of their soul. It will connect them to the earth, connect them to their mother earth very, very well. Okay? The next thing that you need to do is to focus on natural medicine. In time past, in our ancient Africa, India, indigenous places, you see a lot of people making use of natural medicine. Okay? They use natural medicine to heal themselves. Nowadays, we have this Western big pharmaceutical drugs that human beings are using now. Many of these drugs have side effects that are not good for the body, but big pharma will not tell you, your doctor will not tell you. It's all about making money. Example of this is cancer treatments, where they are using chemotherapy to treat cancer. Chemotherapy destroys healthy cells and bad body cells together, and it kills you faster. Even the treatment is cancerous. The treatment also gives cancer. But we have a lot of people that have come up with natural remedies for curing cancer. But you see, the Western pharmaceutical companies, they are suppressing these natural cures. They rather want people to die than people to be well. We have so many doctors that bring real life cure for cancer treatments. They suppress them. Sometimes they won't eliminate these doctors. So how can we trust Western pharmaceutical companies? You see, cases like diabetes. To treat diabetes in America is very, very expensive. One insulin injection costs almost $1,000. There are many herbs that can treat diabetes from Africa. We have them. I have more than 10 of those remedies on the channel for free. You need to focus on natural medicine, okay? Using natural medicine, many of them, they are natural herbs. They don't have side effects because they are part of you. They are already part of you. Same way you are connected to the earth, they are also connected to the earth. Medicine from the ground, okay? So we don't need to worry about side effects. They are not processed. They are not like your processed food, okay? You use them, they work, and they often put more things in your body to connect you. This is how you increase the power of your soul, okay? So that's why we will never stop talking about alternative medicine. Traditional herbs is very, very good. You need to consider using them. You need to study them, learn about them, okay? This is how you connect to the earth, knowing about your environment, study the plant kingdom, the mineral kingdom, the animal kingdom, the spirit kingdom. All this knowledge needs to be in you as a human being before you leave this earth. Very, very important. A lot of people don't know this. Once again, you see a lot of white people again, for whatever reason, they feel that everything their pharmaceutical company tells them is true. They don't do this. They look down on people that practice natural medicine and totally discredit them. At most times, they want to steal these things, reconvert it, and then they kill the person that bring it up, and then they say theirs is the best. You're going to get this problem a lot of time. But if you are from Africa, you will not have this kind of problems, okay? So you need to consider this for people that want to increase their soul. Another thing again is that living in a natural environment is very, very important. you're living in natural, you're going out, spend time, in natural settings, can be taking a stroll in the countryside, in the woods. Sometimes you might want to go there, just sit there, meditate there, try to interact with the place. Okay, just try to sit down, meditate, relax, try to develop these habits of going into nature from time to time. There are people now you see in modern days communities, nowadays children, these are children that are raised in concrete jungle. By that I mean cemented, so-called sophisticated environments. You see cities like Tokyo in Japan, you see everywhere all built up. You go to Korea, you see everywhere all built up. Places like this that there's no kind of natural environment, nothing for these so-called children to interact with. People don't, they see people like us from Africa, like very ancient and primitive people. These kind of people, they are not connected to nature anymore. It is not so good for them. It will affect them later in life. It will affect their thinking process. It will affect their psychological process. It's going to affect a lot of things for them. This is not something we should be doing. By separating yourself from nature does not make you sophisticated. It makes you like an outcast in a way. Okay, you need to find a way to incorporate. We need to find a way to incorporate architectural designs that we also embrace the natural environments. If you are fortunate enough to have money, you might want to consider building your house to bring in some natural elements. Maybe you can get a garden or get a feed or somewhere that you can incorporate some natural things. Maybe bring some animals around, a little bit of farming, a little bit of things, something that needs to be connecting with nature from time to time. Even if going out to walk with your bare feet, you need to try to think of doing things like that. Build house in a way that the sunlight can easily get in. You can be able to see the moon, or wind can easily flow and circulate naturally in your house. You need to find a way of eco-friendly architectural designs. We know about this in sacred geometry. I have done a video on sacred geometry, how to incorporate architectural designs that reflect the energetic frequencies from even celestial bodies or the environment. We have this science of sacred geometry. So you might want to think of how to live in harmony with nature, how not to be destroying nature, not to be conquering nature. Living in harmony with it will help you to increase that stronger connection. The stronger your connection, the more power you will have. Okay, you need to do this. It's very, very important. Very, very important. These are simple things that anybody can do, but some certain group of people in the earth, once again, they cannot do it. I don't know why they cannot do it. They are looking themselves as superior to nature. They think of conquering nature instead of living in harmony. I don't know what is wrong with these people. Then another kind of people again, this number 5, making contact with organic deities. This one is very important. Very, 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 very important. When I mean by organic deities, these are spirits that are natural to the earth. We call them elemental spirits, okay? Some of them are spirits of air, some of them are spirits of water, some of them are spirits of the land, of the earth, some spirits of fire, some are other celestial spirits. We know these spirits due to the fact that our ancient ancestors have been communicating or connecting with these spirits for thousands of years. So we know some of them by names. We know their energetic frequency, we know their locational position, we know their personality, we know their characteristics, we know these deities. And they are still here with us and they are very, very active in this planet. We need to try to make contact with them by continuing that relationship that our ancestors have with them, giving them offerings or acknowledging their presence, thanking them, or just trying to emulate the positive aspects of them, if for nothing else. So what this will do is that it will increase our connection. The knowledge, the wisdom that our ancestors have with these deities will be transferred to us as we begin to make stronger connections with them. We are going to be getting insights from these deities. We are going to be getting directions. We are going to be communicating with them. Okay. The reason I'm stating organic deities is because now we have so many kind of spirits all around the place. We have some spirits that I call bastard spirits. These are spirits that have no mother or father. We don't know the people that are venerating them. They have no history. They have no origin on this earth. Some people will just formulate a deity and then we want people to be venerating that deity. You can see most of these artificial or synthetic deities in modern day grimoires. There's a lot of grimoires today. These are magic books. So we call them grimoires magical textbooks. These are books whereby you're going to see names of different kind of spirits, how to communicate or contact with them. The thing you go know about these grimoires is that many of these so-called modern grimoires, the spirits there, you cannot trace them to any group of people on this planet. You can't trace them anywhere. That's why I call them bastards. These spirits, some of them do not have good intentions. Some of them are wicked spirits. Some of them are bad spirits. Some of them are spirits of people that are used to be in secret societies, that are bound themselves by blood, so they become a entity on their own self. So when you want to deal with deities, you need to deal with deities that you know their source and origin. This is what is very good for you, because it's dangerous to go and be working with deities you don't know their source, you don't know their origin, and they are not directly connected to you. It's very dangerous to do that, especially when you want to do pacts, like making pacts or devoting yourself to that kind of strange spirit because you want power or money. So you have to be careful when somebody introduces that this spirit does this spirit gives money, this spirit do this. You see a lot of people in the occult community will be running around spirits of wealth and spirits of prosperity up and down. They don't even want to know the thing. It's just like, imagine you just hear that this man is wealthy, he gives wealth. You're just running after the man. You don't know if the man is a ritualist. You don't know if the man is a criminal, if he's a kidnapper or murderer. You don't know. You're just running after him because he have money. When you hear that somebody have money, the next thing you want to ask is that what does he do? What kind of job do this person do? Where do the person come from? These are follow-up questions many people don't ask. Who are the friends of this person? Many people don't ask this spirit world. When you tell them this particular spirit can give you wealth, they just want to go to the spirits. They don't ask any question, and this is very dangerous. This is, at the end of the day, we see many people in Nigeria, especially these Yahoo boys, they'll be eating shit and killing their mothers, killing innocent people to do money rituals. They don't just care, they just want the money. This is how many people are deceived into going tying themselves to these evil deities, because they are very stupid people and they are bad people. For you to agree to do this kind of abomination, it means you have a wicked spirit inside you. And for you not to be asking questions, it means that you really don't care about the after effects or the aftermath, meaning you are not a good person or you are not a sensible person. So you get trapped with that. When you hear a spirit is giving wealth, or you need to ask question, where does the spirit come from? If the book or the text is not clear, you need to suspect that spirit. If you cannot trace the spirit to any group of people on this planet that have been worshiping or venerating that spirit before, you need to suspect the spirits that they are introducing to you. I have seen cases. There was one case, a man came to me, he want to do word pact. He's saying somebody introduced a spirit to him that he want to do pact with this spirit that you know nothing about. I am trying to tell this person there is somebody else that is more trustworthy, but this person don't want to learn anything. He just wants the word pact. Okay, you go and meet that person. Anything that happens, you know. As a sensible, responsible person, you need to be intelligent, doing research. Okay? Organic deities are deities that we have known for thousands of years People have been venerating them. Perfect example, the Kemetic deities. We know Osiris, we know Horus, we know Aset, we know Thoth, we know all the Egyptian deities. How do we know them? The ancient Egyptians have been venerating them for years, and they have proven themselves as the people that are the repository of knowledge, Jehuti. We know them. These are organic deities. We can trace them. We have seen their work. They prove themselves again and again and again of who they are. We know what they can do. We know their personality, their capacity, their characteristics. We know everything about them. Okay? These are safe deities, organic deities. They are not hiding who they are. They have nothing to hide. They are telling you, this is me, this is who I am. Okay? Organic deities, again, we can check the Orishas from West Africa. We know Obatala, we know Shango, we know Oshun, we know all of them. Okay? We know these deities, Aziza, Hussein, Oya, Yamoja. We know them. They are not hide themselves. We know the people that are venerating them. We know their characteristic. We know their quality. They are organic deities. Okay? We can go to India. You're going to see Shiva. You will see Lakshmi there. You're going to see a lot of deities in their pantheon. We know them. People know them. People have been venerating them. We can trace them to a certain group of people. We can see their works in the books of history. These are organic deities. But whereby you now see nowadays, you see grimoires popping up and down on the internet. Every so-called Western magician want to be an expert. We see different sort of spirits. They are begging for attention. This spirit will give you money. This spirit will do this spirit. We cannot trace all these spirits. 90% of the so-called Western occultic spirit we see in their grimoires, we can't trace them to anywhere. We cannot trace them. And most of these spirits, they have ulterior motive. If you are a spirit that have good intention, you will not hide who you are. Okay? You will not hide who you are. But when you are hiding, it means you have criminal record or something. I will say like that. You have ulterior motive. Okay? So focus on organic deities, please, if you want to increase your soul connection. These are deities that a lot of people have made contact with. They have been able to move humanity to a very high level of a spiritual evolution. These are deities that we're going to take us further in life, not the kind of deities that we tie our destiny down. We tie us down, we tie our progress down. We don't want to make contact with all kinds of spirits, okay? So please, if you go somewhere, they are trying to force you to make pacts or to make agreements with some deities you don't know anything about. Please, you better be very, very careful about what you are getting into. You have to be sure. Use your common sense. Don't relax your brain because you are practicing spirituality. You just end up becoming a slave to some people. Same way you see this Jesus Christ bastard that a lot of Africans are slave to. You don't ask questions about the Bible. You don't want to read the history of the Bible. You just believe everything they tell you, and now you are now a slave to the Bible. You are now worshiping men of dogs. Your continent is the most backward continent because your people are enslaved. Very, very painful. Try to be asking questions. Find out the purpose of this deity upon the earth. Is this deity here to enslave me or to liberate me? Simple questions like this, people do not ask. Okay? So, very important for increase your soul connection. These are simple things, right? Very simple things, but some people cannot do it. So, number 6 is your relationship with fellow humans. What kind of spirit, what kind of energy do you emanate? Love. How many people can actually show love on this planet? Love is very common and very difficult to find these days. Caring for other people, caring for the planet, nobody cares. Everybody trying to destroy the planet. We just race into extinction. You need to show love, oh, bros. Very important. Your human connection. This love is what is going to move your spirit very, very fast, increase your soul connection. This is the main emotion that people will see, or other spirits or deities will see in you when they want to interact with you. Your degree or level of selfless love for the planet or for other people is very, very important. There are some spirits that when you see them, these are spirits of people, even the people are still living. Once you see them, they are very, very selfish, very, very close fisted. These are people that are not open hearted. People, they are always, it's all about us, nothing else. They don't have true intentions for people around the world. They show it the way they show it. They are here to oppress you, to subjugate you. There's no win-win relationship with all these people, interrelationship. They want to be a master of this planet. When you come in contact with this kind of people, these people, when they die, the spirits will become very dark because that energy, that mindset, the selfish mindset is what we presuppose, what we cover their soul. So people will be seeing them as evil spirit because that is what they naturally represent in the physical world. So their spirit will be showing that darkness, that evil inside them all the time. So this kind of people, due to the heaviness they have inside them during their lifetime, their spirit cannot be able to soar to higher realms. It cannot even leave this earth because it's too heavy. Because these people were fueled, were dominated by greed, selfishness, jealousy, hatred, and evil. So all these negative vices that is their nature will not allow them to go to celestial realm, will not allow them to soar higher. They are going to be attached to this planet, to this earth. So those people, there is no going higher for them or going to any better place. They're going to remain here. These spirits, you see a lot of them wandering the earth as so-called evil spirits or dark deities because what their primary concern was acquire. So they have so many attachments. Yeah, but there's so many luggages they're acquiring cannot allow their soul to move higher, so it's heavy. These kind of people, where there are so many here today, is a cut across race. So some black people, many black people like this, but a lot of white people also like this too. You see it in their nature, the way they deal with people, the way they interact. These are, you will say these people don't have soul. Some people don't really have soul. This is why we say some people are soulless, because there's nothing good nothing is connecting them to the planet. They are not doing the things that will connect them. The things that I mentioned here, they cannot do them. They don't do them. So if you don't do all these things, your soul connection will be very weak. So it's not that the person does not have soul. The person have a soul, but the soul is a weak soul because it is not connected to the soul of this planet. It's not connected directly. So if you want to take majority of people, let's say we look at black, white people, a lot of black people are much more connected to the planet naturally because they do all these things. Naturally, they eat natural food, use natural medicine. Most of them live in natural environments. They live in harmony. If nothing is interfering with them, they'll be highly spiritual people. Most of these people, they're supposed to live very long. They are not supposed to be dying anyhow. But due to interference from some other people, they are trying to interfere with this process to break their natural connection. That's why a lot of black people are having problems on these planets. Okay, these are simple things. It's not rocket science. It's not rocket science, okay? Anybody can do it. You want to live in harmony, you just follow this step. Simple. You don't need to write a book on it, okay? You take example, you go to hospital. You want to share this, go to hospital. You see people that are sick, people that are about to die. You see how weak they are. They cannot even move their body. When you see them, you see the soul spark in them. It's like the light around them is dwindling. It is dying. These people, they are not healthy. They are already losing connection with this physical world and also with the spirit. They are already on their way out. When you see this kind of people, you know that these people are dying slowly. You just know. You don't even need to be spiritual to see this. Is obvious. When you see somebody that is about to die, you see it in their body, how their movement is now restricted, their breath, everything is just going the other way. You know that this person is getting out. Now imagine somebody living their life like this every day due to their own choice. People just living due to the fact that they don't want to do the right thing. They are just dying slowly, miserable. They just choose to be miserable. What is stopping them from doing the right thing? I just cannot understand. You have all the money, you have all the privilege. Do the right thing. Eat natural food. Try to use natural medicine. Try to live in harmony with the earth. Try to be kind, show love. They just cannot do all these simple things. This is what is shocking me for some kind of people. Very simple things like this, you cannot do it. But they prefer to die slowly because they want to feel superior to other people. Oh, nobody cares how you feel. Nobody gives a damn about how you feel. People give a damn about how you treat them. How you treat the planet is much more important than how you want people to feel about you. Okay? These are simple things that you need to do to increase your soul connection, to increase your soul power. Okay, very simple things you need to do. So I urge you, especially the diet thing. If you can be able to reduce your meat intake, it will be fine. If you cannot reduce it, whatever you want to do, try to do. Okay, it's your own life. You are here to experience life, and anything you get out of it, good or bad, nobody fails the school of life. We don't fail. Okay, all of us pass. Whether you die or you live, at least you get experience. That is the most important things. Okay, so this is essentially what I want to share with you guys today. I hope that you can be able to learn some things from this very, very simple stuff. We need to be doing it. We not only need to be doing this, we need to be sharing our truths. A lot of us have destiny, things that we came to do on this planet, but we are not doing it due to the situation that we find ourselves in. Many of us are afraid to show who we really are because we are afraid to say people will laugh at us, or people will think very less of us, or people will discriminate against us. You need to be living your truth, okay? If there's anything that is burning you, any kind of passion, any desire you want to do, you need to start doing it. You will never be free or happy until you actually start to do that thing, okay? Somebody is asking if vegetarianism is necessary to evolve. It is not necessary, but you might want to. It's not necessary. If you say you must eat meat, by all means you eat meat, but too much meat is not so good for your body. Also, too much vegetables. Just try to get a balance. Okay. Vegetarianism, for some people it works, for some people it does not work. Everybody cannot be the same. Okay, you don't have to be a vegetarian. I am not a vegetarian. Okay, there are some things I do, but I will not classify myself as a vegetarian. But there are some certain things, meat I don't eat. For once, I don't eat pork. Pork is totally off my diet. I can eat red meats, but not so much. What I do is I eat a lot of fish. I focus more on fish. You can say I'm a pescatarian or something. I focus more on fish and vegetables. Or some certain meat I don't eat them. I also eat chicken too, but very rare. Okay, it's not that you see me trying to go actively every day, but I will not call myself a vegetarian. But the main thing is that regulate your killing and eating habits. Everybody is not the same. Regulate it. It will help you a lot in this very field. Okay. So living your truth matters. There are some people that are hiding, about this African spiritual stuff. You need to try to be sharing knowledge, sharing this thing on your social media. About African spirituality, African history. A lot of Africans, they don't know their history. They don't know it because they don't teach it, and this is a major problem. So if you know that you want to help, you should be sharing this knowledge. There is no school in Africa teaching ancient African history to African people. It's we that are teaching ourselves. Okay? Our governments have been totally sidelined. People that are ruling us in most countries are criminals. They are not going to teach this thing in school. You teach it on social media. Our people are all on social media. Share these memes, share this knowledge. Don't stop sharing it. Keep sharing it. It will go into their psychic. Little by little, they will start to wake up. Okay? Instead of you wasting time watching TikTok videos that are not getting us anywhere, you can use TikTok to be sharing this knowledge. You can use Instagram. You can use your Facebook, whatever social media you are on. These are ways of waking up our people. It's very, very important. Nobody's going to teach them. If you are in a privileged position, you can find a way to reach out to people, teach them things, explain to them, talk about the importance. A lot of young people nowadays, they don't know all these things. We have people now in Africa that cannot even survive 2 weeks in a jungle. People from Africa, 2 weeks, put them inside a bush, they will just die. They don't know anything. They don't know any survivor. It's not. We used to live inside the jungle in Africa for years. Many people were born in the jungle. They survive without anything. Nowadays, people cannot survive a week. They don't know anything about themselves. It's very, very painful. So we need to come back to who we are in a way. We need to learn some of this stuff, pass it on to the next generation, and just believe in our truth. We don't need to be pushing the ideology or promoting a unipolar world, a world that is dying. We don't need that. The world has changed now, okay? The world has changed. The system that these people that are ruling the world are portraying is destroying the world. We need to find alternative solutions. We need to find a way to apply modern technology to adapt to our spirituality in an eco-friendly way to balance harmony in this environment. So you should not be thinking that maybe young people today, that these things we are talking about is bygone knowledge. There's a way we can synchronize this knowledge, this ancient knowledge and modern living together. It will produce something new. Okay? We can synchronize the knowledge. So don't look that it's a waste of time. It's not a waste of time. Find time to be sharing stuff, sharing African history, sharing these memes. Put it on your Facebook. Let people see them. If your friend, you are afraid, some of us are afraid of offending our white friends, so-called white friends that do nothing for us, just to prove, I don't know what loyalty you are trying to prove, or you don't want them to be offended. These are people that have been offending us since they made contact with us. They have done a lot of bad things to Africa. Many of them have not apologized. They are still doing the evil, but yet you are afraid of offending them. You want your Facebook to be clean. You don't want to put all that black stuff on your Facebook, but your people are dying. Instead, you'll be putting memes of Jesus is Lord, praising Jesus Christ, praising things that are poisonous to you, promoting products or companies that are preying on you. You rather promote those products of this criminal company that are using child labor and slave labor to make money, but you will not promote your culture. So people will be promoting other people's culture, but your African culture, you will post nothing about it. I don't know why. And you only have one life to live. So you just spend this lifetime living a fake life. I wonder if you are somebody's ancestors, I wonder how they will feel. You need to think, please. Anything you can do, you don't need to spend money. You have Facebook. Post things on your Facebook. Be proud of your culture. Say the truth about your culture. Truth only chases people that are lying. I noticed that since I started posting history stuff on the channel, posting about African history, a lot of people have stopped coming. Those people that don't want to face their shadow, that don't want to come with terms with African history, they have run away. Because when they see me post African stuff, that these are people that are saying Egyptians are not black people, I have posted a lot of evidence to show them beyond reasonable doubt that many of them cannot come face to face with the evidence. They have to run away. So if you have a friend you are afraid of offending, that person is a fake friend. When you have problem, the person will run away from you. Okay? I post my on my Facebook page, I post all my videos and everything I feel. I still have some few white people there. Some of them support me, some of them are always quiet. I don't care. It's my culture. I need to say the truth about my culture. I'm not begging for money. I'm not trying to look for favor from anybody. Maybe they are thinking of looking for favor in the white world. I'm not thinking of climbing any social ladder. I am okay with where I am. So you need to think which side you want to do. You want to supporting this white supremacy, or you want to do something. The world is changing now. It's going to a multipolar world now. Speak your truth and don't be afraid. Support what you think is right. If you have any talents, don't be afraid of showing your talent or showcasing your talent. Okay, the world is big enough for everybody. Okay, so this is what I think about this topic. If you have any questions, or you can answer the questions, you can ask questions now. I'll be going. For those people that are interested in learning African spirituality, my website is still there. You can register at the website. You get to know a lot of things about African spirituality. If you want to buy my book, it is still there. There's a lot of scientific evidence there. And you want to do your spiritual work, oracle reading, consultation, tarot, spells, you can know where to contact me. So with that being said, I think I'll be calling it a day today. And I thank you guys for coming, for jumping in, support me in this YouTube chat. It's wonderful, and you guys can eat. Somebody's asking, talking and shaking. Yes, they are healthy. Depends on where you buy them. A lot of these are shaking these days. They have a lot of antibiotics and chemicals inside them. That's why you need to be regulating the eating. Okay, if you can buy native chicken, it will be fine, but you try to regulate the things you eat. Okay, so the ancestors will guide you. So with that being said, I wish you guys a very wonderful day, and I'll be seeing you in the next video as usual. So take care and bye. Peace.